I hear that some brides are having a problem with wedding dresses. This is Robbie, and I'm back on another Thursday morning, sitting out here in the garden thinking about an article I read in the paper this morning. It seems that some brides to be are hedging their bets on buying a wedding dress. Probably not many, but some. If you're a bride to be, or if you know one, you probably know all about this situation. But there are some brides to be who want to buy a wedding dress that's too small for them right now, and so they're planning to go on a diet pill routine to lose about 3 inches around the waist and maybe drop about 20 or 30 pounds to be able to fit into a smaller size wedding dress. Well, that's a great idea, uh, except if you're working in a bridal dress shop. I hear that some bridal dress shops are starting to make brides sign a little agreement whenever they buy a wedding dress that's too small for them right now, but aiming at their target size in a couple of months maybe. So the wedding dresses shops are asking a bride to sign an agreement confirming that they're going to buy the dress whether or not it fits. That there won't be any refunds, there won't be any returns. The dress is yours if you want to buy it. That's what the wedding dress shops are saying, or at least some of them are. And it's a it's an interesting situation because it reminds me that making a decision is always going to be an uncertain situation. No, none of us is smart enough to anticipate every single consequence of every single decision we make. So if a bride to be is going to buy a too small wedding dress, she's going to have to she's going to have to deal with it somehow, no matter what happens. If she loses the weight or if she doesn't, it's her dress. At least according to the some of the wedding shops that are going on. Anyway, it's a situation that reminds me that whenever we make a decision, we've got to face the consequences. Every time we say yes to something, we're saying no to at least one or two alternatives. It's like every action generates its own opposite and equal reaction. It's a universal rule. I don't know who enforces it, but that's the way it seems to go. If the bride to be is going to make a bet that she's going to lose a couple of inches or lose a couple of pounds, she's going to have to deal with it. And we don't need any reminders of facing the consequences of whatever decision we make. We get plenty of reminders every day. And it reminds me that we ought to be more thoughtful when we make a decision. We ought to be thoughtful and think about the consequences and make sure that we're comfortable with whatever might happen, because we can't anticipate everything. Well, that's what I'm thinking about right now. And I'll talk with you again next Thursday.